To get the world record in a Minecraft speedrun, you have to get very lucky. These days, top runners often reset thousands of worlds to get an acceptable seed, and then, when they finally get one, they have to perform at the top of their game to execute the speedrun perfectly. But even so, no matter how well you play the game, or how perfect that world is, bad luck can still ruin your run. Whether
Luck is such an integral part of Minecraft speedrunning, it's not even funny. He's not joking when he says that people who are serious, not even to get a world record, just to get a good time in general in Minecraft speedrunning, reset tens of worlds to get a normal seed. And most of the time when they do the reset, they find a seed that seems like good. They spend 30 seconds in it and restart because it just doesn't have enough for it to be a really, really good start for them. Getting into the nether requires a good seed. Then after finding the fortress is a little bit of luck, but admittedly mostly skill, but it can be in a pretty shitty position, so there's that. Then you need to find blaze rods, which is again 100% RNG, and piglet trading, which is again 100% RNG. And then you need to find a good fortress spawn, and then the ender dragon. That is so many layers of good RNG, it's not even funny.
it be blazes not dropping their rods, trouble obtaining ender pearls,
True.
or, most frustratingly, the dragon not coming down at the very end of the run. To be among the best Minecraft speedrunners, not only do you need to be mechanically skilled at the game, you need to have immense patience and dedication. One of these talented and hardworking individuals goes by the name Nice Twice, a German runner who started
A German named Nice Twice. Oh, wow. Isn't that the most common suspect? And by the way, this is the most classic German thing ever. Turn your relaxing after work hobby into grueling work. 10 out of 10. Classic Germany.
started speedrunning Minecraft back at the start of 2020, with his very first submitted run placing him 7th on the leaderboard. He quickly improved and became one of the strongest runners on the planet, improving faster than almost everyone else around him. And this was during a time that Minecraft speedrunning was experiencing a massive surge of popularity due to the sheer number of YouTubers.
Oh, XQC, boys. Do you remember XQC was Forsen when it came to speedrunning? Oh, that was actually such good entertainment. Oh, it was so good. One gets a better time, the other then needs to get a time, and none of them really want to do it after that long of a time, so it's just, please give me the record so I can actually do something that isn't Minecraft. It was glorious.
And streamers creating content around the idea, the most notable one being Dream and his incredibly popular Speedrunner vs. Hunter series. With more eyes than ever on speedrunning, Nice Twice remaining as a top player was quite the impressive feat. Top runners would get thousands of viewers flocking to their streams, and new world records received millions of views. With that being the case, there was a huge incentive to be number one.
Yeah, Dream's cheated attempt. Admittedly, Dream's cheated attempt was a crazy thing, because a lot of people do not understand probability, so there's a little bit of a problem with that.
This led to a few cheating scandals, unfortunately.
Oh yeah,
with
here's
runners
Dream.
like Flowbee, Drem, and Dream, all exposed for cheating in various ways. But all those cheaters pale in comparison to what was revealed this week. It was
You know what I don't like about the Dream situation, considering he was the biggest? A little bit of a side tangent here, but the Dream thing. Dream is kind of proof that if someone gets a actually godlike run in Minecraft, people will say that it's cheated just because of the low probability. Because initially when Dream got his record, people did the most stupidest thing possible and accused him of cheating just because that run had super good RNG. A run having super good RNG does not essentially mean cheating. The biggest giveaway in a single run, if you're watching and Dream gets a world record because of a super amazing RNG fiesta, is most likely a cheat because it's Dream of all people who actually got the run. Because that is actually a 1 in a trillion gajillion probability. But the reality is, someone is gonna get those super lucky odds and claim the world record, and there's a chance that people will not believe and call him a cheater just because of that. Admittedly, if you do not know this, people actually grew a brain in the Dream situation, didn't just say, oh, it's too lucky, but looked at multiple runs where Dream experienced way too much extreme high probabilities of luck. He had segments of runs that in a row had very, very high probability luck. well, way higher than you normally would get, and he got it constantly. Admittedly, again, there is a chance that that happens in real life. It can easily happen in real life, and that's the scary part. But the fact that it just happens to someone like Dream is the dead giveaway that that's most likely cheating in my eyes. Because while I agree that that most likely can happen, and will happen at some point in life, the fact that it happens with Dream, oh, that's just a giveaway, boys.
For cheating in various ways, but all those cheaters pale in comparison to what was revealed this week. It was discovered that a single runner has knowingly faked, cheated, or spliced nearly every significant run during their entire speedrunning career. After 2 years of faking world
By the way, if you think how can you splice and get away with it, for example, just entering a portal and exiting it, that's already a splice opportunity, because there's nothing, if you splice it, it's almost completely invisible. Splicing is the most popular way of cheating in absolutely every game that actually has a loading screen, and that's where most long-term cheaters do it. They splice runs, and they usually do loading screens and things like that. And in some situations, they don't even need loading screens. It's just so hard to find see splicing if you're not legitimately looking almost the whole video frame by frame for it.
Records, their deception was finally uncovered, and it shook the community to their core. That runner's name is not Nice Twice. As far as I know, every run he has ever done is completely legitimate. The cheater is Nice Twice's twin brother, Minecraft.
Wait, what? His name is not even Thrice Nice? Man, that's just a missed opportunity. Mindset of it. Dude, call yourself Nice Thrice or Thrice Nice. That is such a missed opportunity. Okay, who thought that it's gonna be a twin brother? Who thought that Mr. Nice has an evil... And also, that's such a German thing to do. Have an evil twin brother. Wow.
Who, in an ironic twist of fate, was actually the person to originally expose Dream for cheating. So how does someone
Hey, a cheater can spot a cheater.
get away with cheating multiple speedruns for 2 full years with no one noticing? Well, it was a mix of good luck and some cleverness on his part. But a few key mistakes he made along the way led to his inevitable speedrunning demise.
Okay.
Minecraft started speedrunning Minecraft with his brother, with duo speedruns, but didn't start doing solo runs until a few
Oh, duo speedruns, that's so... Admittedly, Minecraft has a billion different categories, and all of them are lame except any percent random seed.
months later, where he quickly caught up to his brother and, coincidentally, almost always had slightly better times in basically every category. And he played
Someone harbors a little bit of need to be better than my brother complex. Oof.
quite a lot of categories. Nearly every major version of Minecraft, both random seed runs and set seed runs. His first world record was his 3rd ever submitted solo run, just 2 weeks into his solo speedrunning endeavor.
Set seed runs in Minecraft, I'm not gonna lie. Is that really can you really call that a glitchless, cheatless run, a set speed run? It doesn't. It's something about that just doesn't feel right to call it a glitchless run. Any percent glitchless run. If the seed is set, I don't know. I have such a hard time calling it that.
Ever. It was a version 1.14 set seed speedrun. Set seed meaning that you can choose the world beforehand and practice it as much as you like. Most runners at the time used this seed. There were blacksmiths in the village for obsidian to enter the nether with, and a chest in the fortress for more obsidian to leave the nether. Of course, the main reason the seed was used was because on top of those 2 things, it had the convenient 1 in a trillion chance of a completed end portal. So it made
By the way, he's not joking. A completed end portal is super low odds. But what makes this seed like 1 in probably more than a trillion is the fact that everything is just so perfect like that. Ouch.
Getted almost all the regular luck you would normally need in other categories. For Minecraft's first world record, he killed the dragon in 3 minutes and 15 seconds. He didn't stop there though. He continued to lower his time until he was the first ever person to beat Minecraft glitchless in under 3 minutes. The thing is, he was already cheating. I showed it on screen, but I know you didn't notice it. Don't feel bad though.
That's actually really smart to start slowly cheating. if someone just comes out of the blue and becomes the best in speedrunning out of nowhere, yeah, no, most people don't buy it, and that's pretty much the worst way that you can start your cheating career. But if you do it slowly, gradually improve, now that's a different thing.
As no human could ever detect his cheating method for this run, no matter how hard you analyze the gameplay. So, this run was assumed to be legitimate, and he continued to speedrun. The next
Damn.
category he dominated were version 1.16 random seed speedruns. If you've watched a Minecraft speedrun before, this was likely the category you saw. It's a run where you start up a random new world that you've never seen before, enter the nether by any means necessary, kill some blazes for blaze rods, give gold to piglins for ender pearls, and use Eyes of Ender to locate the stronghold to defeat the dragon. This category was far more popular than set seed speedruns. So his first run of 22 minutes, 47 seconds was exceptionally good. 9th in the world. Not quite at the very top, but a respectable run for its time.
Dude, if that happens on your, one of your first attempts out really fast, that's already honestly sus.
Well, it would have been respectable if it was legitimate. He cheated this one in a different way, but it's a cheating method that really anyone can spot if you're looking for it. Tell me in the comments if you saw it. Unfortunately, no one at the time noticed anything wrong, so again, the cheating continued. And we will revisit those runs to explain how he did it, but it's important to show you this first. The fastest perch ever witnessed. Just 2 weeks after exposing Dream for cheating, Minecraft uploaded a video, a failed 1.16 set seed speedrun, where he plays the best known 1.16 seed, gets to the end on world record pace, and then something unusual happens. The dragon starts flying towards the center fountain faster than ever seen before. Then he screws up the dragon kill. Publishing this video was his first major slip-up. This dragon perch immediately caught the attention of many experienced runners. They'd never seen anything like it. They had to know how it happened. If they could recreate it in their runs, it could be an easy way to save time in such a short speedrun. This desire for time save inspired some brilliant minds to dig into the dragon's AI code. But what they found perplexed them. The dragon AI is a very complicated subject that took a lot of research and testing to understand, but they did crack it in the end. When the player enters the end for the first time, a network of invisible nodes is generated around the island, in a sort of spiderweb shape. The dragon uses these nodes to create short paths where it will fly from point to point until it reaches the end of a path where it will either choose to create a new path or perch at the bedrock fountain. Cool. There are a ton of possible paths, but the shortest path for it to take in a speedrun is this. The dragon spawns 128 blocks up in the sky, it travels from node 1 to node 2, then decides to perch, where it flies to the center of the island and initiates a downward spiral onto the bedrock fountain. Now, I'm simplifying a lot here, but the dragon will latch on to each node until it's within at least 30 blocks. Then, and only then, can it fly to the next one. And because the nodes are so low, and the dragon spawns so high up, it kind of just slowly circles around the node as it glides downwards. What these Minecraft geniuses discovered is that Minecraft dragon flew away from these two nodes earlier than should be possible, as the dragon was not within that 30 block range. Being latched onto these nodes for less time.
Oh, imagine the pain of calculating how many blocks away you actually are. Ouch. Oh, these people just... Oh, that's some dedication. And probably a lot of hate.
Meant the dragon could enter the perch phase earlier, letting you damage the dragon faster and finish the run impossibly fast. The researchers had no idea what could have caused this early node departure, and at the end of it all, just assumed they had missed something in the code. Minecraft was highly ranked and verified in all other speedruns, so there's no reason to doubt him.
Obviously. When you have a good reputation, it takes a while to tarnish that reputation, okay? If everyone's calling you good and defending you, it takes a time. I mean, look at Blizzard. How much time have they had and how much reputation fuel they have burned. Amazing.
Especially when the run didn't even finish. Well, that was until a month later when Minecraft got the world record in this category too. This time with an even faster dragon perch. Over 2 seconds faster than the theoretical limit. The dragon...
I know. Oh boy, wait. I know what he's doing here. Okay, so this guy's probably not gonna explain this part because, most people don't know this. So, there's this cool game called Trackmania, and you know how a lot of cheaters get spotted, not a lot, but how some cheaters have been spotted in Trackmania who have made world records? In Trackmania, to get a really good time, you need to do thousands of runs, obviously. And this is what people usually do. they save their replays of their best runs so they can learn from it, mimic it, and so on, rewatch it, and do things like that. And there are a couple of cheaters who say that they did thousands of runs, but in reality, but for some reason, they have absolutely no recordings of their best failed attempts. Saving best failed attempts is a classic to do. And there have been found a lot of cheaters in Trackmania who make a world record and then they say I did 1,000,000 runs of this, and they don't have a single replay of their best fails or anything like that. And that gets especially clear that something is up if they have played other maps and there they have provided replays of their failed best attempts and things like that. Because, in communities like this, you talk about your achievements and something like that, even if you don't get a world record. So, at the start, I thought that this guy is just doing that thing where he is just sharing his achievements of the best and most unbelievable things that had happened, so he always seems legit. So, he just doesn't upload a video of look at that, I beat the world record. No. So, this first ender in the Pearl, or whatever you want to call it, this part where the dragon lands. So, I at first thought that he just uploaded. So, it seems legit because, he's trying and he's not just breaking the records. You can actually also see that he fails. And that just gives credence and a boost to his reputation, right? But no, this guy uploaded that run and specifically and failed it intentionally. So people know that the possibility that the dragon lands so fast exists. He prepared that failed run for his inevitable speedrun win when the same miracle with the Ender Dragon happens, and it's even better than the first one. He uploaded that video just to prepare, so people don't instantaneously call him out. Wait a minute, the Ender Dragon has literally never done that in the history of ever. But now he has a failed run where he fucks up to do the thing, where that happens, and now he has the world record where that happens again, which makes the world attempt so much legitimate, because it's not, this is the first time this has happened and no one can recreate it except him. That is a smart move. That just gives legitimacy.
Again, wasn't in that 30 block range, being 31.6 blocks away from the node when it left. The impossible happened once again. There was no hard evidence that could explain what was causing this odd dragon behavior, so, for a second time, everyone figured there was still more to learn. The record was verified and was never beaten, until a faster seed was eventually found. And that's not due to a lack of trying. Multiple runners spent months grinding to beat it, doing literally hundreds of thousands of runs, trying to get that fast perch just once. It never happened. There was just no chance to beat the record unless you got Minecravenger's endgame.
And this already probably puts a lot of eyes on you, because you're the only person in history to have that happen to you, and then it happens to you again. Yeah, that by itself kind of puts a lot of eyes and a lot of question marks on you. And if he didn't do it, if there wasn't something that obviously just, is a question mark and sticks out like a sore thumb, would he have gotten away with it? Would he be the best in the world?
World records in multiple categories wasn't enough glory for Minecravenger, though, as he expanded his speedrun repertoire even more. He reached second place in 1.8 set seed, 6th place in 1.14 random seed, and improved his time in all other categories he ran too. Normally,
by the way, 1.4, 1.6, 1. Whatever means different patches of Minecraft, because at some certain patches the game changed so much that things that were previously pretty much random now become actual calculatable. So that's why there's different speedrun categories on different patches.
Speedrunners are only able to stay near the top of the leaderboard for 1 or 2 speedruns. He was at the top for all of them, and he remained at the top, even getting a new world record in September.
What a literal god, by the way.
In the category that kicked off this whole deceitful journey of his. But in poetic fashion, this category that started his career 2 years ago was also the one to finish it. At the end of October this year, a few passionate people joined the speedrun research community. They reinvigorated the group to take on the Dragon AI one last time. Multiple people independently ran simulations and statistical analysis, and they all came to one unanimous conclusion. Minecravenger's Dragon Perch could not have happened in an unmodified game. It had been 2 years since it happened, though, and Minecravenger hadn't had any other obvious anomalies occur. Well, except there was that one thing. They heard he did get a little lucky recently, during the stream where he got his most recent set seed world record. I haven't explained it yet, but Dragon Perches aren't the only luck-based factor in this specific category of set seed speedruns. Every world is the same, but the chest loot is different. The number of obsidian you can find in the village chest varies greatly, and to have a successful run, you need to get lots of it. Most of the time in these set seed runs, runners play for 2 seconds, check a chest for obsidian, then instantly reset. They could stream for hours and not even enter the nether. But on that day, Minecravenger was on fire, getting insane amounts of obsidian, entering the nether left and right. In the world record itself, his brother was shocked that he was in the nether yet again.
You have another entry? Yeah.
So the curious experts looked through his entire stream.
Oh yeah, this is how they got Dream. Yeah, because if that happens and you're like the most popular person in the world, that's sus because it happens to you, not because it happens in general, because it's supposed to happen. That's how probabilities work. But it's because you are the big person for it to happen. That's what makes it unbelievable. But the smart thing is the fact that it's happening way too often. You know, a normal person does this, and, you know, he gets like 1 out of 100 seeds good, and this guy is getting like 10 out of 30 seeds good. That is absolutely statistically so improbable. Probably the heat death of the universe is occurring before that.
And found that out of the 290 blacksmith chests he opened, he found 769 obsidian. And then they did the math.
Oh,
the odds
boy.
to get that much obsidian from that many chests? 1 in 28 billion.
Told you. This is also... Dude, these people just get greedy. If he did this over, so let's say something like, I don't know, 1,000 games, people would probably be saying, oh yeah, it's like 1 in 1,000. Oh, actually, it still would be super fucking huge. But people would be saying, hey, seems legit, seems pretty good, okay, yeah, no problem here. But considering, this is just getting greedy. This is just getting greedy. These odds are just absolutely so insane. Imagine if he didn't get greedy. He probably would not get caught.
Ridiculous number. But, unlike with Dream's impossible odds, this was right on the edge of possibility. But it was a very...
Hey, Dream's impossible odds would also... Dude, it's called odds because it's supposed to happen sooner or later. That's what I'm saying. Dreams 1 in a fucking Googleplex or however big his odds were, they're still possible. And given enough time, it's gonna happen. It's 100% in fact happening given enough time. But you know, the chances of that, you know, happening to these people, that's the small probability that gives it away. This is what triggers our brains to think that something is not okay.
Very incriminating number. So they looked even deeper to find something concrete. And finally, after 2 years and many fabricated world records, someone found some undeniable proof.
Wait,
The
what
method
the
they
fuck
used
do
to
you
find
mean?
it was absurd. Because of Minecravenger's good luck, the consensus was that he increases obsidian odds for blacksmith chests. But a side effect that could result from doing that is that a chest could generate that's organized in a way that's impossible in the vanilla game. There was only one problem. The only way to know that if a chest is impossible is to know all the chests that are possible.
Yeah, but you can probably just simulate that also. I think he's over exaggerating the problem. Yeah, there would be a lot of chests. There would be probably a fucking ton of combinations, but it would be possible. You know, admittedly, comparing all of that would take a hell of a lot of time, but yeah, it is possible.
That number is 2 to the power of 48. So,
That's
what did
a
they
lot.
do? One of them generated all 281,474,976,710,656 chest loot patterns. And I bet you can guess what they found. The very first chest Minecraft opens in his world record is not one of those chests. It is impossible to generate. He is, without a shadow of a doubt, a cheater. So, with this...
Oh yeah, right. You can just run the simulation, and it can just tell you where everything is located and the amount, so it doesn't actually matter. But yeah, you can simulate all of that crap. So that's a huge thing.
Knowledge that the dragon perch was manipulated and his obsidian rates were modified. Where else has he cheated? Well, basically everywhere. Some runners went looking.
I mean, that's the obvious thing. Obviously, a cheater is. If you're a cheater and you do cheating this much for that long of a time and you don't get caught, you're just gonna get bolder and bolder and bolder, and you're gonna just cheat everywhere you can, right? Because what's the point of cheating if you're not number one? There's no point in cheating if you're not number one. That's like the thing. You cheat to be number one. You cheat because that's your Pokemon destiny. Not because, it's just easy. No, you cheat to be number one. You cheat to be the best.
Into his old videos, like his very first 1.16 random seed run. They notice that he acts very strange when looking for the stronghold. It's almost as if he knows it's there already. So they rewatch the run, this time with a closer lens, and spot it right there. A splice. In a single frame, the mouse teleports, and the timer jumps from 5 seconds.
I told you, if it's a spliced fucking run, you literally need to watch every single frame. That's so insane. But again, in the world of speedrunning, there are people who are literally insane enough to do that.
To almost 13 minutes. This wasn't a random seed at all. In fact, it's the seed he ran just 6 worlds prior. This irrefutable evidence was a massive revelation and completely changed how everyone looked at his runs. He got 1 in 1,000 odds in this run, where all 10 blazes and Enderman hit the 50% drop chance. Is that luck or hacks? There's no way to know. There's also the 1.16 German record run, where he uses a calculator to find the exact distance of the stronghold and says,
oh my god, it says 350 blocks.
Where if you do the exact same check with the same calculator, it says 332. But if you use the locate command at the portal, then it says 350, which suggests he scouted the seed beforehand. Anyways, with all this out in the open, all of Minecraft runs have been...
Oh, true. Oh my god. You can't actually spot splicing like that also. Look.
Jesse
scouted
the seed beforehand.
No, I want you... Okay, so see? Oh no, actually these things would be in different locations, but it kind of depends. If you put your camera in an angle where it's looking like just at a dirt block, you can literally stop, go away, splice it off, and insert where you restart playing, and no one would ever be able to tell that it's spliced because nothing's moving on the screen. Literally nothing. This is why I'm saying splicing is so hard to detect. Even frame by frame, that would be impossible to detect. If you're just looking at a dirt block, it doesn't move. All you need to do is stop moving, go away, come back, and just delete the in-between while you were gone. Oh, it's so easy.
Portal, then it says 350, which suggests he scouted the seed beforehand. Anyways, with all this out in the open, all of Minecraft runs have been removed from the leaderboards, and he has been permanently banned from submitting another run to speedrun.com.
Also, imagine the saddest part. Imagine if this guy actually had a legit speedrun, and that still gets eaten and deleted. That's fantastic. Oh, that's so good. Anyway, this was great. 10 out of 10. Speedrunning is a devil. Like and subscribe.